Hey everybody, I'm Kasha, and I'm here with like a Neko girl, and we are reading Sakura's Spirit. Now we left off at a bit of a cliffhanger, didn't we?
Just a little.
Little bit, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get right into reading. For a moment, I saw the Elder's eyes wander sideways towards the room Narumi and Machiko had moved to, and his gaze softened. I believe I already read that part, but reading it again is probably the best. Unless people are watching this back to 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 back.
Then it'd be just a little redundant.
Then they'd be the beast with 1,000 backs. Unfortunately, some of us have suffered quite a lot at the hands of the spirits. It will take time for people to come to terms with those feelings, Takahiro-kun. Meanwhile, in a room off to the side of the main room, the guard lieutenant was watching over the older fox spirit as she seemed to be in the grips of a minor panic attack. Oh, God. It's this double gruff shit again. No, that can't be. This can't be true. I'm from this world. This world. I belong here, don't I? No. Don't I? More.
Question mark.
Question mark?
Maybe you should sit down, or, like, lay back or something? I can get you a pillow if you'd like, or...
No, you cannot possibly understand. You cannot know what it's like to have everything you knew, your whole life, just pulled out from under you completely.
Actually, I do.
What do you mean?
It was a while ago now. I was still just a kid, maybe 5 years old. There was an incident involving those other spirits. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was a big fire and my parents got trapped inside. They never made it out. So, yeah. Don't tell me I don't know what it's like to have your whole world, your whole life torn apart.
I'm sorry. I did not know. I could not have known.
That almost makes it worse. You should know. You should know exactly what it did to me. How it made me feel.
Pardon? I do not know what you are talking about. Narumi, was it?
Narutan.
What?
That's what you used to call me, Chi-chan. You used to call me Narutan. We used to play together almost every day. That's how you should know. I was with you when the incident happened, and you don't even remember.
It seems like our two fox spirits used to get along with the village at one point, but for some reason they don't anymore.
Let's see what happens.
I don't know, there seems to be some kind of amnesia going on. The girl collapsed onto one knee, clutching her head. I remember the village glowing orange, a girl younger, resembling you. Why could I not remember this before?
Machiko?
My head hurts. I remember seeing you cry. You screamed for your parents, and then you were calling out my name as I ran. I had to. The villagers, they wanted to catch us, all the spirits. They didn't care that we had been playing by the river all day. I couldn't explain it. I had to run. I can't believe it. Narutan, I am so sorry. The fox spirit reached out for the guard, who pulled back instinctively. As she did, the pain seemed to disappear, and Machiko looked more relieved than anything.
No, not yet. I can't forget about all that. It isn't that easy. But you did stand up to that slime, the one you called Sakura. You risked your life for Mio, and for the village, and that's worth giving you a chance for. I can't promise a miracle, though, because she barely even listens to me, but I'll try to talk her down. She really isn't cold, heartless captain everyone thinks she is.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance, Narutan. I promise Maeko and I will do our best. Perhaps you could tell me more about the incident.
I'd rather not. It isn't a happy story. But if you do me a favor, I might be willing to tell you more. I want to get stronger. I couldn't do anything earlier today. I couldn't protect anyone. I don't have the brains for magic or anything like that. But Takahiro guy knows some pretty flashy moves. If you get him to teach me some, I'll tell you about what happened. Deal, Chi-chan?
I am not too sure. That seems a bit of an unfair deal on my part. Perhaps you could sweeten it for me? Just a little?
Always the charmer, huh? Alright, how about this? I'll tell you something about when we were younger, like when we used to play together in the woods near the village. There's a little stream that we used to fish in. Sometimes you would sneak into the village with me, and we'd play pranks on the shop owners, knocking on doors and running away. Silly kid stuff. You'd even show me your magic, your illusion abilities, but you said you didn't like doing it all that much because it made Maeko cry.
That's right. When Maeko saw me transform for the first time, she got so scared. She ran away and nearly hurt herself. How could I have possibly forgotten that? Narutan, thank you for telling me that. I swear I will get Taka-kun to help you. Thank you.
The girl stepped forward once again, this time wrapping her arms around the surprised guard, who did not pull back. As the two women hugged each other tightly, the fox spirit began trembling.
Hey, come on now. We should probably get back to the others. They're probably wondering where we've gone.
It was a very emotional moment, and Village Elder is still very, very creepy.
They could have just moved him over slightly.
Just slightly, but they didn't. It almost seems intentional. Either way.
Forgive me for my absence. I must admit I did not expect such revelations. Taka-kun, have you explained the situation?
They've never showed us what Takahiro actually looks like, have they?
No, not really.
We'll never get to know. Visual novels are always like that. Well, I mean, I've read some that they show the main character, so I guess I can't say that's entirely true. I kind of wonder what Takahiro looks like. Apparently, he's not bad looking according to all the female characters. Either way, god damn it, I still have to read. Yeah, I think they get it now. It's probably going to take a while for the villagers to accept you. God damn it!
Enjoy the gruff voice.
Ugh. All the characters are mine.
Suffer!
I do believe it would be in everyone's best interest to see the true nature of the fox spirits. While I can't promise that friendships will be forged today, let it be known that from now on the fox spirits are welcome in our village and will receive the same respect as any guest should. Fuck me! Thank you, Elder-sama. My sister and I are very grateful for your hospitality.
God damn it!
Suffer, as I have suffered.
This is just unfair. We just chose wrong characters.
However, the laws of this village shall apply to you three as well. Takahiro-kun, I believe it would be in your best interest to learn more about the village. Sukuno-dono and Narumi-chan, I leave him in your care. And try not to put him back in that cell, you two. Dot 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 dot
Dot,
dot
dot,
dot
dot.
dot dot.
You've got it, Oji-sama. We'll do our best. What about Maeko-chan and Chi-chan? Machiko-san?
Just call her Chi-chan. It's cute. I like it.
I would like them to stay here in the village for the time being. We need to discuss what to do should the other spirits choose to return.
Elder-sama, I would like to stay with you for that conversation. It is my duty to protect the village and those within it from any perceived danger. That includes you. I also believe that it would serve me well to hear this firsthand.
Of course, I expect nothing, Sukuno-dono. Narumi-chan, how about you take Takahiro-kun for a walk? And do not think of this as a date, young man. You are going to need more than that show earlier to earn the right to date my granddaughter.
The man laughed heartily as I blushed, smiling weakly. At least I wouldn't end up cuffed and brought to a jail cell this time. Maybe it would even turn out to be a pleasant experience. Seems like Narumi and Takahiro are about to have a heart-to-heart. It didn't. Even the elements seemed to be working against the village today. Barely a minute into the walk, the skies let loose, and we were both soaked through within seconds. This seems like moments leading up to a...
All of it seems rather intentional.
I've watched a lot of anime and read my fair share of visual novels, and this just seems like a moment where two characters are about to end up alone, and most likely naked together.
Let's keep going. We have to find out.
Onward!
Letting out a yelp, Narumi grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the nearest shelter, which of course will be isolated with no one else in it.
Oh, ew. A rainfall this suddenly. That's just typical. Today went blah, blah, blah. I was doing so well.
Go on, finish up.
Oh, ew. A rainfall this suddenly. That's just typical. Today went from bad to worse.
I thought it would take more than a bit of rain to douse your warrior spirit.
Pah, warrior spirit. Yeah, I really had that by the bucketful today, didn't I?
You sound different from the last time we met. I was practically expecting you to shout, "Ha! If you want to stop the great Narumi, you better up your act, Mother Nature. Send me a tsunami, an earthquake, or a tornado my way, and you might just stand a chance."
Yeah, well, that was before I realized what a weak, cowardly person I am. It wouldn't take all that to stop me. I'm not that great. I'm just a girl who's trying to impress somebody. It just takes a drizzle to stop me.
Wow, your self-confidence is in the gutter. You should have sex with Takahiro, Gushiken Takahiro, to raise your spirits. I frowned for a moment, trying to think of how to respond. It looked like her inability to stop the slime girl from causing havoc had led Narumi to feel like she had failed somehow. It was then that I recalled a certain scenario and decided to act. I swiftly grabbed hold of Narumi's shoulder while my other arm wrapped around her own, almost as though I was about to comfort her. I had decided to use a judo technique, pretending to be the hero of some manga. Preparing himself for a secret technique, I shouted proudly.
What? Hey, stop!
Surikomi Goshi! Having practiced judo since I was a kid, I easily spun the girl over my shoulder and onto her back in the rainy grass. And you are trying to tell me this isn't a sexual situation? My eyes were sharp as they looked down on her, repeating the words I remembered from a certain manga. God, this is going to be embarrassing, isn't it?
Yep.
Alright, best thing to do is just read it! If you let one loss break your spirit, you're not suited for the life of a warrior. The stronger the people around you, the more you should improve.
That doesn't mean anything. You took me by surprise is all. You look like you were going to kiss me, and then toss me onto my back.
You fool. Gushiken Takahiro is only interested in fox spirits.
Anyway.
I wasn't planning to kiss you, and now I forgot my heroic speech. Get up and grab your weapon, Narumi. If words won't cheer you up, then let's talk like warriors do. Through battle.
Wait here.
What am I waiting here for? You have a weapon in your hand. The woman pushed herself upwards and barged past me, stomping into a nearby building. Only now did I recognize it as the building I had been held in the day before. I waited under the wooden slats of the shelter as the rain continued. A few moments later, I heard a loud thud, and through the doors, Narumi burst. Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Why'd she have to go into the...
Anyway.
So she grabbed a different naginata? I don't know, I don't see the point. In her hand, she held a naginata, similar to the one she had used previously, but with a different blade. Ugh. Sorry, I just want to appreciate this moment. In the moment before her attack landed, I noticed that it wasn't nearly as sharp as it should have been.
Yeah!
It took everything I had to raise my arms in time and grab hold of the shaft of the weapon before the attack crushed my body. Pushing her weapon aside, I darted forwards, pushing my hand forcefully against her chest.
Against her chest?
Against her chest. I attempted to open her up for a second attack. That's it! You're not some weak-willed girl who's going to lose her fighting spirit that easily.
Shut up! You don't even know what's going on. I'll beat the snot out of you, and that'll make me feel better.
Please, by all means. Didn't you forget one of the most important things in a fight? The woman gritted her teeth and lunged forward towards me again, a wild, angry strike that would have been ridiculously easy to dodge had she not been so fast. I also would like to point out that she's attacking an unarmed person. Not exactly the fairest of situations, but I guess...
It is a duller naginata.
It's probably just used to beat people. I don't really know much about naginatas. Even though I was faster, the whoosh that shot past me made it clear she was not pulling her punches.
I don't care! It's not important! I couldn't do it. I got scared. I let everyone down.
And that's why you failed as a warrior. I can read every emotion behind your attacks. You're angry at yourself for being unable to stop that spirit, right? Disappointment at yourself for lacking the courage to face them. But you're not some lone hero who has to do everything by herself. I quickly pushed her naginata upwards, a quick slide of my body nearly knocking the weapon out of her hands. I quickly raised a hand to flick her forehead before stepping backwards.
Dick move, man.
Did anyone tell you that you had to fight that spirit on your own? Did you forget that you have friends out there that would be willing to give their lives to help you? A hero who fights alone is a hero who dies early. That's why both you and the soon-dear tyrant weren't able to defeat that spirit.
How? How am I supposed to fight by her side when she's so much better than I can ever hope to be? How can I stand a chance against spirits when I'm just a girl with a sharp stick? Mio lost her sword, but she never lost her resolve. I lost mine as soon as things became dangerous. I'm worthless.
The woman snarled as her forehead was flicked, and she quickly lunged forwards again, lashing out with her spare hand, aiming for my temple. I ducked, slid back, and narrowly dodged the swing of her naginata. I noticed a change in her stance, which seemed to allow which seemed to allow a closer range attacking style. The only limits we have are those we impose upon ourselves. If she's better than you, you just need to keep improving. Even I have things I want to overcome. That's the thing about martial arts. Why haven't you tried talking to her about this?
Because I can't. I can't just talk to her. I just need to be strong. She does it without relying on anyone, without bending or yielding. I can't do it. I can't be like her.
Is that really how it is? Maybe you just don't know the source of what her strength is. But in your case, it's just a matter of finding your resolve.
Well, there's the problem. I don't have any. I'm just a dumb little girl who needs to be saved all the time.
Come on, stop talking like that. Don't you have something that you want to protect at all costs? Nothing at all? Not your family, friends, your village? You just turn up for the paycheck and tell them thanks?
You're right. There's nothing. I lost everything.
The woman's next attack caught me by surprise. She flung her weapon towards me at full strength, hitting my arm and causing me to flinch. As she turned away from me, she slipped on the wet grass. Before I had a chance to react, she scrambled to her feet and suddenly took off towards the forest. She doesn't seem very happy. Either way, time's running a little bit long, so that's going to have to be it for this episode. So if you like, feel free to like, favorite, share, subscribe, and so on and so forth. And if you want to see more of Sakura's spirit, we've got it, and we'll be coming out with more of it. And with all that being said, that's like a Neko girl.
Hi.
Hi! And I'm Kasha. And so we go.
Yeah, I bet niggas be sleeping on me. Been laying low, cause the reaper on me. From 12 skinnies, whole block hungry. The streets of Philly, man, I gotta keep my heater on me. Lost souls, fuck hoes and leave them lonely. Rose gold, try and get my pockets like fresh. Them lames ain't know that I was next. I do this shit for life and beyond.